Hey, good morning. I'm Briana here at Urban Yoga, and it's a Tuesday morning. So, morning flow class. Welcome. Go ahead and grab all your props you need: 2 blocks, a blanket, and a strap. I always recommend those, and we'll go ahead and get started. So, we'll start actually sitting up on a block. So, go ahead and take a block. And if you don't have any blocks at home, you can also grab like a thick book and use that. We'll take the block right in between the ankles. And before you sit down, go ahead and grab your calf muscles and pull the calves away as you sit down on the block. And if there's any twerking in your knees, you can actually take a second block and elevate your sit bones a little bit higher. So whatever's comfortable for you. So hug the outer ankles into the block. So feel the outer ankles firm in. Let the hands rest on the tops of the thighs. Slide them back just a little bit. Roll the shoulders back. And go ahead and close the eyes. You're starting to really ground down in this first initial posture. So feel the sit bones root down into the block. And then energetically lift your side ribs and lift the crown of the head. And as you exhale, stay lifted as you empty the breath out. Inhale, root the sit bones, grow tall. Exhale, stay lifted and let it go. Just nice, even breaths in and out through the nose. As you inhale, feel the lower belly rise. The side ribs expand, the breath comes to the top of the chest. And as you exhale, feel the chest fall and feel the lower belly fall. And keep this nice rhythm going. Start to become an observer, just observing, watching the breath moving in and out of the body. With everything going on in the world right now, the breath is one thing that is absolutely consistent. So just enjoy every inhalation and every exhale. Expanding the lung capacity here. Getting a little bit grounded before we begin moving. Take about 5 more cycles of breath. Inhaling, pulling the breath to the top of the chest. Staying lifted as you exhale. And if you haven't already, find that Ujjayi breath. Little constriction at the back of the throat. So you want to restrict the back of the vocal cords. Breathe in and out through the nose. So the breath becomes audible. It's audible on the inhalation as well as the exhalation. This just gives the mind something to focus on. It also builds internal heat in the body. So feel free to sustain this Ujjayi breath throughout practice. Once you've cultivated that, softly blink the eyes open. And we'll take this straight into a twist. Left hand to the right knee. Right hand can either come wrap around behind the back, or maybe you can reach the floor. Inhale, lift the chest, root the sit bones, and exhale, start to twist. Just allowing the twist to come from the upper spine. So keep rooting the sit bones down. Exhale, twist a little bit further. Slowly unwind. We'll take it to the other side. Right hand to the left knee. Left hand behind the back, or maybe wrap. Root the sit bones. Lift the crown. Inhale, exhale. Twist from the upper spine. Just feeling the left shoulder slide down the back. And the head will be the last to follow. One more deep breath in. Exhale, twist a little more. And slowly unwind. We'll go ahead, sweep the arms up and over the head, gathering up all the energy. And then this time we'll interlace the fingers and press the heels of the hands towards the sky. And as you're doing this, see, the front ribs tend to pop out. So see if you can soften them in. Good. Keep rooting the sit bones down into the block, outer ankles squeezing in. Exhale over to the right. Nice and slow. Keeping both sit bones level on the block. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale over to the left. And one more time on each side just because it feels so good. Over to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, back to center. And then nice and slow, take the arms down alongside the body. We'll sit up off the block, remove the block out of the way. And take both blocks in the front of the mat. We'll use them a little bit later. And do a few rounds of cat-cow. Allow the fingers to spread comfortably. All 10 toes are pressing. Inhale, lift the chest, arch the back. Gaze forward, exhale, round it in, chin to chest. And go with your own breath. Just connect breath with movement. Inhale, feel the tailbone lift. Exhale, tailbone rounds, and then you spread the shoulder blades. Just feeling every part of the spine getting a little bit spacious. And then start to do some hip circles. So circle the hips in one direction. Maybe let the entire spine be a part of it. The hips move, the shoulders move, the head moves. Any way your body feels like it needs to work out any kinks today. And go ahead and take the hips the other way. And then come on back to center. Grab both of your blocks and place them either on the medium height, the second level, or if you need a little less today, you can drop them down to the lowest level. So both blocks will come and take our forearms to the blocks. And if you don't have blocks, you can actually do this on the mat as well. And just bring your elbows to the mat. And then we'll go take our elbows, bring the palms together, and then we'll sink the chest down, bringing the thumbs toward the nape of the neck. And we'll breathe here. And just sink the chest down any amount, getting a nice stretch in the tricep muscles, the thoracic spine. Maybe the crown of your head makes it to the mat. Take about 3 deep breaths. Feel free to let it go out the mouth. And then to come out, move the hands away from the nape of the neck first, and then come up onto your forearms. And you can remove the blocks out of the way and come back onto hands and knees. And we'll just take a downward facing dog. Walk the hands about 3 inches in front of you, curl the back toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Any way your body wants to move right now, go ahead and do it. So maybe pedal out through the legs. If your lower back is talking to you this morning, sometimes it's nice to take the feet wide apart and do some hip sways. Maybe swivel the heels side to side. Anything that feels good before we get into some stillness here. So really press the mat away as the hips move up and back. Good. Go ahead and bring the feet back to hips distance. Put a bend in the knees. So come up onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees a lot. And think of lifting the hips a little higher toward the sky. So we get an extension of the spine. And then any amount. Maybe start to firm the tops of the thighs. And then descend the heels down any amount. And we'll take 5 cycles of breath. So gazing right in between the feet. Shift a lot of weight through every single knuckle of the finger. That really protects the wrist. And think of hugging the upper arms together. The upper arm bones are hugging towards the ears. Lower belly, draw it in and up just a bit as the hips move up and back. And if you could see your heels, spin them out so you no longer can see them. So the inner thighs roll back. We'll just work dynamically here. Inhale, we'll shift forward into plank pose, top of a push-up. And then exhale, take it back, down dog. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. We'll take the pressure off the wrist. So walk the hands back to the feet. Keep the feet hips distance, bend the knees a lot and forward fold, allowing the crown of the head to hang. Shake out the neck. We'll interlace the hands behind the tailbone, behind the back. Roll the shoulders, and then maybe start to reach the knuckles toward the sky. And if this is not available in your body, grab a strap. You can do this with a strap as well. We'll take this into a twist. Keep both knees bent. We'll straighten out the right leg and then roll the chest open to the left. I'll come back to center, both knees bent. Left leg straightens and roll open to the right. Exhale back to center, both knees bend. Release the hands. Inhale, lift the chest for Ardha Uttanasana. Hands to shins, ankles, or floor. Exhale, fold on down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay lifted, hands to hips, elbows in. Bend the knees a little bit as you rise up to stand. And go ahead, come to the front of the mat. You can stay feet hips distance if your lower back is talking to you. Traditionally, big toes to touch, a little bit of space between the heels. All right, we'll get into it. Let's join the hands right in the center of the heart. Roll the shoulders back, stand up nice and tall. Close the eyes for just a moment. And if you'd like to set an intention, now's the time. Something you're calling in or letting go of, perhaps. Or maybe you want to use this time if someone in your life needs a little bit of extra love or compassion. Maybe you want to dedicate this practice to them. Whatever intention you'd like to set right now. Once you have that in place, take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, release the hands. Softly blink the eyes open. So palms spin towards the front of the room. Root into the feet, arms circle all the way to the sky. Maybe the palms touch. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold on down. Let the neck go. Inhale, halfway lift for Ardha Uttanasana. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bend the knees. Right foot, step it way back. So feel free to bring in some blocks, maybe blocks under the hands. Maybe you come up onto your fingertips. So pull the chest forward, right thigh bone, shoot it up. So strong in that right thigh. We'll take a twist. Right palm down, slowly start to twist, left arm to sky. Turn the left thumb to the back of the room and take a half bind. Wrapping the hand around the back. Maybe gaze up if it's all right in your neck. One more breath. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, arm to sky. Exhale, hand comes down to the mat. Lower the back knee down. Come up onto the top of the left thigh. Anjane, lift the arms, low lunge. And if you need something to pad up your knees, go ahead and grab it. We'll go ahead and hook the thumbs like a little butterfly. Think of pulling the thumbs apart. Inhale, lift the side ribs. Exhale, over to the left. So getting into that right psoas. For stability, really firm the outer hips in. Good. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Hands come down to the mat. Charge up the back leg, stepping back to plank pose. We'll hold plank here. So if you need to do a little less today, this will be quite challenging. So go ahead and lower the knees down. And feel free to take a child's pose at any time. So heels press back, breastbone pulls forward. And allow the lower belly to just hug in and up just a little bit. Keep pressing the floor away. 2 more breaths. Shift the shoulders over the wrists slowly. You can use your knees, lower on down. 3, 2, you're at chaturanga. And 1, you're on your belly. Good. Untuck the toes. Come into Sphinx pose. So bring the shoulders right under, or the elbows right under the shoulders. Hands come flat on the mat. All 10 toes are pressing. Think of pressing the pubic bone down, rolling the shoulders back, and then lift the chest. So we want to feel that space, that stretch coming from the upper back. And then slowly lower on down. Hands come alongside the floating ribs, elbows pull in. Inhale for low cobra. Press into the feet, peel the chest forward and up. Exhale, lower back down. Curl the toes under, press to all fours or plank. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. 3 cycles of breath, steady it out. Nice. Right leg to the sky, lift it on up. Toes point down. Exhale, knee to chest, step forward. Go ahead, pause here in a runner's lunge. Feel free to bring blocks in, maybe on your fingertips. Pull the chest forward. Left thigh bone likes to go weak. Can you sharpen it up? Take a twist, left palm down, right arm to sky. Turn the thumb to the back wall and then take a half bind, wrapping the hand behind the back, rolling the right shoulder back. Maybe look up. 1 more breath. Exhale it out. Inhale, arm comes back up. Exhale, hand comes down to the mat, back knee down. Anjane, low lunge. Feel free to come up onto the top of the right thigh first. Get your foundation, outer hips firm. Inhale, arms up. Love it. Go ahead, hook the thumbs the other way if you can remember. Really pull them apart, lift the side ribs, nice and slowly exhale over to the right. And just send the breath right into that left hip. Inhale, come all the way back up. Hands come down to the mat. Stepping forward, charge up the back leg, step the feet together. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lift the chest. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold on down. Long spine, come all the way up. Hands to your heart. Again, inhale, root into the feet, arms rise. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold on down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot, step it way back. We'll come up into a high lunge, crescent pose. When you're ready, come on up. Put a bend in the back knee. Bend the back knee a little bit, lower belly, draw it in and up. Nice. Nice, everyone looks great. And then any amount, we're gonna firm the left thigh back. So straighten the left thigh as much as you can. Interlace the hands behind the back. So bring the palms behind the back, palms to touch right at the tailbone, roll the shoulders back, and then maybe start to straighten the arms, coiling the chest. And if you want to challenge, lift the gaze. And we're breathing. 3 breaths. Good. Release the hands. Inhale, arms to sky. And then hands come down to the mat, twist it open. Left palm down, right arm up. And then hand comes down to the mat, stepping back, plank pose. We'll take a vinyasa. You can lower to your belly, or if you have a chaturanga practice, elbows in, halfway down. Inhale through low cobra, or maybe you want to take it to an up dog, straightening the arms, firming the thighs, shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. Using your core, you can always lower the knees down and then take down dog. And we'll steady out the breath here. 3 breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Going back to that Ujjayi breath. When you're ready, left foot to the sky, lift it up. Keep the hips level, toes down. Exhale, knee to chest, up forward. And then once you get a solid foundation, come on up. Crescent pose when you're ready. Inhale, lift it up. Love it. Bend the back knee. Lower belly, in and up. And then any amount, keeping the lower belly in. Firm the right thigh, any amount. And sometimes it's nice to just keep a bend in this back knee. That's totally okay. And we'll take our arms into cactus arms. So draw the elbows out to the side. Think of the shoulder blades pressing into the heart. And start to coil the chest. Maybe look up. Lift the gaze. Three more breaths. Find something to focus on. Get that little drishti, that point of concentration. Love it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands nice and slow. Come on down. Twist it open. Right palm down, left arm up. And then exhale, hands come down. Step forward. Inhale, Ardha, lift the chest. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Chair pose, Katasana, drop the hips, lift the arms. So weight shifts into the heels on this one. So lift up all 10 toes, spread your toes, and then set them down. Shin bones shifting back. And again with the lower belly, lift it in and up a little bit. Chest is lifting. If you can keep the arms nice and straight, maybe you can touch the palms. Nape of the neck soft. 2 more breaths. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift up. Exhale, hands to heart. Woo. Chair pose, Uttanasana, just for a breath. And then forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, stepping back, plank pose. You can move through a vinyasa here if you'd like, or take downward dog. Yogi's choice, lower to your belly or halfway down. Inhale through cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Whew, bring the feet together, right leg to the sky, lift it up. Turn the toes, drop, bend the knee, drop the heel to the bum. And go ahead, circle the ankle here. So circle the ankle in one direction. And go ahead, take it the other way. And then exhale, pull the knee forward, step the foot to the front of the mat. Back heel spins down, we'll come up to warrior two. Come on up, left arm sweeping up and over, gazing right over the right fingertips. So knees right above the ankle. We're heel to arch alignment. Right hip, feel it wrapping under. So the knee likes to buckle in. If that's the case, work the right hip under a little bit more. And then back thigh, firm it back. 3 more breaths. Relax the shoulders. Soften the front toes. We'll stay low in the front knee. Side angle pose. We do a modified with the hand on your forearm, left arm to sky, or if you want to take your hand maybe to a block, or if you can grab your ankle or maybe take it to the floor, to the inside of the right leg. Turn the left palm to the front of the room, lengthen it up and over the ear. Uttanasana, side angle pose. The right hip still wrapping under, but we do want to stack the rib cage, or at least try to feel the left rib spinning back a little bit. And if it's all right in your neck, you can gaze under the top arm. If it's not, just go ahead and look down. Inhale, come all the way up, warrior two, staying low in the front knee, reverse. Good, straighten out the front leg, come all the way up to stand, hands to hips, parallel the feet. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold on down, hands come underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest one more time. Keep a nice long spine as you walk the hands back so they're in line with the feet. Taking a little forward fold, relax the crown of the head down. Tom, I know you have a headstand practice. If anyone wants to throw in a headstand, I'm not going to teach it, but now's the time to play around if you want to throw in a headstand or a tripod headstand. Or just stay here and take a cooling forward fold. Shift a little more weight into the balls of the feet. Crown of the head hangs down. Shoulders away from the ears. And if you're in headstand, come on out nice and slow. Everyone walk the hands back underneath the shoulders and then all the way to the front of the mat. We'll step back to plank pose, yogi's choice, vinyasa or down dog. Halfway down if you're taking your chaturanga, elbows in. Back bend of choice, roll the shoulders back. And then exhale, down dog. Bring the feet together, left leg to the sky, lift it up, roll the hip open, heel to bum. Then go ahead, circle the ankle, one direction. Go ahead, take it the other way. And knee to chest, step forward. Back heel down, warrior two. When you're ready, come on up. Right arm sweeps up and over, staying low in that front knee. Steady gaze right over the middle finger. And we're breathing. See if you can breathe into the side ribs. Exhale through the nose. Pull the breath right into the center of the chest. Inhale, fill the side ribs. Exhale right into the center of the heart. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Lean forward, left forearm to thigh for modified side angle, or slide your hand down to the inside on a block or floor. Turn the palm, lengthen it over the ear. Side angle pose. So we want a nice line of energy from the back outer edge of the foot to the hip, shooting out the fingertips. So feel the left hip, wrap it under. Really press the elbow. If your hand is on the mat or a block, press the left elbow into the left knee. Right rib spinning back. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way up to center. Warrior two. Stay in low, reverse the warrior. Backhand down. Straighten out the front leg. Come all the way back up. Hands to hips. Parallel the feet. Interlace the hands behind the back. Maybe grab your strap if you need. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold on down. And reach the knuckles to the sky. Again, shifting a little bit more weight into the balls of the feet. Shake the neck out. 2 more breaths. See if you can bring the palms a little bit closer together. And then slowly release the hands. Heel toe the feet about a foot in, and we'll take a squat for Malasana. Bring the elbows to the knees, palms together. Close your eyes for just a moment. Just feel that prana, that life force circulating right in the center of the chest. Left hand to heart, right arm sweeps up to the sky. And slowly come on down, right hand to heart, left arm up, or whatever we did the other side. I think I messed that up. And then come on down. Hands to your heart, blink the eyes open if you've closed them. And we'll go ahead, sit on down. Spin to the front of the mat. We'll take boat pose, Navasana. Hands can come to your sides or perhaps grab the knees. Lift the shins so they're parallel. And we want to lift the top of the chest. And if you want a little bit more challenge, if you feel nice and stable here, maybe hands come out in front. And we're breathing. So keep lifting the top of the chest. If you want to take it up a little bit more, maybe start to straighten the legs. We'll go into a low boat from here. So lower on down, hover the feet. Inhale, we'll come back up, high boat. And then exhale, low boat. You can bend the knees if you need. And inhale, come up, high boat. 3 more times, exhale, low boat. Inhale, come up, high boat. Exhale, lower. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down. We'll hold the low boat. Hold it, and then land on down. Hand to heart, one hand to belly. Close the eyes and take a little moment. We'll get into the core a little bit more. Hands can come alongside the hips. This is a little bit more challenging. Hands alongside the hips. If you need a little bit of assistance, go ahead and sit on your hands. Take the feet out in front. Lift both legs to the sky. Both legs lift to the sky. Right leg, bring it all the way down and hover the foot. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Left foot comes down. Inhale, lift. Right leg down, hover it. Inhale, exhale, left. Inhale, exhale, right comes down. Nice and slowly, just keep this going. Moving as slow as you can. Two more on each side. And this time, both legs. So both legs down, hover it. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, lower down, hover. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, nice and slow. The lower you go, the more strength you build in every single pose, actually, especially these core poses. And then one more time. Inhale, legs to the sky, and then hug both knees into the chest. Give your lower back a little massage. Roll out the lower back, little circles on the ceiling with the knees. And we'll grab behind the knees, rock up to a seated position. We'll come up onto our shins. And go ahead, grab both your blocks if you have them nearby. If you don't, no worries. We'll just do this modified. We'll go into Camel Pose. So bring the blocks. We'll take both blocks. I like the highest level. So both blocks on the highest level, right next to the ankles. And if you don't have blocks, you can just stay with the hands on the hips. So fingers can either point down. I like this a little bit easier for the wrists, or you can spin the wrist to the crown of the head, if that's okay in your wrist. It's not in mine, so I stay here. So we'll roll the shoulders back, feet are about hips distance, and then nice and slow, we'll start to coil the chest. So think of lifting the back ribs, lifting the chest. Back ribs lift, chest lifts, and then you start to just coil back. And you may find that this might be your edge. You don't want to jam the lower back, so we want as much space as we can. If you feel stable and you could take your hand to the blocks, maybe hands come to blocks. And if you have even deeper, maybe hands can come to the heels. And if it's all right in your neck, maybe just keep a gaze toward the ceiling. If it's all right in your neck, drop the head back. And we'll breathe here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose. To come out, lift the chin. If you drop the head, hands come to the hips. Slowly come up, and then we'll sit on down. Maybe sit on a block, or if you could sit on down to your heels. Don't do anything just yet. We'll do this one more time. We don't want to go into a forward fold because that'll reverse what we did in the thoracic spine. So just take a moment. Yeah, maybe close the eyes. Back bends are really stimulating. They're energizing. So just notice the shift. Notice what happened. If you close your eyes, softly blink them open. And we'll do this one more time. So come up onto your shins. Curl the toes under. Make sure your blocks are set. Feet are about hips distance. Hands come to the sacrum, either fingers pointing down or up. Lower belly, draw it in a little bit. And then start to coil. Lift the back ribs, lift, chest lifts. Back ribs lift, chest lifts. And you want to push your pelvis to the front of the room as much as you can without cranking the lower back. And maybe you stay here with the hands on the hips, maybe hands to blocks. Just nice and easy. And then, of course, if it's all right in your neck, look on back. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That fifth chakra, our throat chakra, there's so many things that get stuck. So in through the nose, open the mouth. And to come out, hands to hips, lift on up. And then slowly sit down on your heels or maybe a block or two. We'll go into a twist. So left hand to right knee. Right hand comes behind the back. Maybe wrap it around. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, slowly start to twist. Right shoulder, feel it slide down. Inhale, come on back to center, and then other side. Right hand to the left knee, left arm behind the back. And come on back to center. We'll drop the hips to one side and then find Sukasana. So a cross-legged position. Feel free to get up on a block or a blanket, or maybe a pillow if you have it, and elevate the sit bones just a bit. So crossing at the ankles or the shins. We'll go ahead, bring the right hand out to the side, left arm up and over for a lateral stretch. Keeping the left hip heavy. So imagine you were sitting on that block again. Are both sit bones rooting? Good, then the left hand will come down and we'll walk the hands out in front of us for a hip opener. So walk the hands forward. And we'll just hang out here for a little bit. Maybe you want to come to elbows, maybe thumbs to third eye. And just give that third eye a little rub. You can even bring in some blocks here, however you want to settle. Cooling down now. See if you can make your exhalations just a little bit longer than your inhalations. And sometimes it's nice to work with counting. Maybe inhale to the count of 3. Exhale to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slowly walk the hands back into the chest. And then we'll switch the crossing of the ankles or the shins. So other cross, other foot on top. Left arm out to the side, right arm up and over, lateral stretch. Both sit bones rooting. Just breathing right into the right side ribs. Right hip is heavy. And then right hands come down and then sweep the arms nice and slow all the way to center. And getting as comfortable, maybe bring in some blocks, maybe you bend the elbows again and rub those thumbs against the third eye. Close the eyes. And we're breathing. We'll do that counting again. So empty the breath out. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep this going. And nice and slowly, when you're ready, walk the hands back into the chest. And we'll bring the legs straight out in front of you. So find Dandasana, staff pose. Bring the hands alongside the hips, root the sit bones down, tops of the thighs pressing down. Lift the chest. We'll go into Janu Shirshasana. Right leg to the chest, revolve the leg out to the side, sole of the right foot on the left inner thigh. And if you have any knee discomfort, it's nice to take a block under that right knee. Flex the left toes, inhale, lift the arms. Twist towards the left leg, and then slowly start to fold on down. Reach as far forward as you can, grab something. Maybe you have a strap nearby, maybe you grab your ankle or the outer edge of the foot. Inhale, re-lengthen the spine. Spin the right ribs down as you fold on down. And we're breathing here. Close the eyes. Nice long inhales. Nice smooth exhales. We'll stay in Janu Shirshasana. Take the right hand over the outer edge of the right foot or the left foot, or maybe you grab your calf or your shin. Left hand comes to the left hip crease, and you want to pull the left hip crease back. You can use that left hip as a little traction, the right hand as a little traction, and maybe twist and fold. This is just a little bit deeper. If you want to completely omit this and stay with the normal Janu Shirshasana, feel free. Very slowly start to unwind yourself and walk the hands back into the chest. Grab underneath the right knee, bring the knee to center. And go ahead, shake out the legs. And find Dandasana first. So this is the blueprint pose. Tops of the thighs down, chest lifts. Left leg without changing anything in the body. See if you can pull the left leg into the chest. Maybe take it to the calf or the inner thigh or possibly the calf. Flex the right toes, bring in a block if you need. Inhale, arms to sky. Twist the rib cage towards the straight leg and fold on down, grabbing something. Inhale, re-lengthen. Exhale, left rib spin down as you fold. And if we did it on the other side, right hand to your hip crease, hug it back. Left hand to the outer edge of the foot or perhaps on the calf. Inhale, lift the spine, lengthen the crown. Exhale, twist and fold. With every inhalation, think of lifting the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Every exhale, maybe twist a little more. Slowly unwind. Walk the hands back into the chest. Help the knee up. Straighten out both legs. Give the legs a little shake. And we'll bend the knees. Take the hands out in front of you and nice and slowly roll on down. And once you land, one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Just tune in one last time. And then both knees into the chest. We'll keep the right knee in, extend the left leg straight out. We'll take it into a twist. Right arm out to the side, cut the knee across the body for a twist. Maybe you're gazing toward the ceiling. If you want a little deeper, look past the right hand. And perhaps you stay here. If it's available to you, bend the left knee and see if you can catch a hold of the top of the left foot. Just a little bit deeper. Just little variations to play with. Release the left foot if you have it. And straighten out the left leg. Bring the leg all the way back to center. Both knees into the chest. Left leg stays. Right leg extends. Other side. Left arm out to the side and take the leg across the body for a twist. And if you did it on the other side, go ahead, bend the right leg, catch a hold of the top of the right foot. Slowly let the foot go if you have it. Straighten out the leg. And nice and easy, come on back to center. Both knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And then take a final happy baby. Grab the outer edges of the feet. Or perhaps you grab behind the knees. Maybe rock a little. Then bring the knees together, wrap your hands around the shins, curl up in a tight little ball, forehead to knee. Give yourself a little squeeze, nice deep breath in. And then exhale, release into Shavasana. Go ahead, straighten the legs, take up some space. Feet are wide, arms are out to the side, palms spin up. Go ahead, close the eyes. Let go of any controlled breathing you may be still holding on to. Just surrendering here in this last final pose. Letting everything go, let your entire body melt into the floor. It's releasing, relaxing, and completely letting go. And very gradually start to bring yourself back into the space, into your bodies. Deepen the breath. Bring a little bit of movement back into your fingers, your toes. Turn the head one way and turn the head the other way. If you want to give yourself a final stretch, reach the arms up and over the head. Bring the ankles together for a full body stretch. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like, but otherwise slowly roll off to one side. Taking your time, press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. If you're comfortable, keep the eyes closed. We'll just take a moment here in a seated meditation, just a short one, just to tune in one last time, absorb the benefits of your practice. If you'd like to go back to that initial intention, if you set one, see if that still resonates. Let the facial muscles melt, relax the jaw, drop the tongue, parted and relaxed lips. Keeping the eyes closed, go ahead, sweep the arms up and overhead, gathering up all the energy right into the center of the palms. Exhale, pull the hands right down through the center line, right into the center of the chest. In Anjali Mudra. Go ahead, lower the mind, the fingertips. And thank yourself for coming and showing up today. Thank your body for being able to do what it does. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Drink lots of water. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Feel free to check out our tip jar, urbanyoga.org. It helps us keep these classes going. We'll also be doing park classes, yoga in the park, and we have some great classes going on the rest of the week. So check us out, urbanyoga.org. Thank you.